Welcome to Mujeres Unscripted, where we amplify the voices of women through unique stories and shared identities. We're Christina
and Renee,
and each week we dive into candid conversations about culture, career, and personal growth.
Join us as we celebrate the strength and resilience that connects us all. This is Mujeres Unscripted.
All right, welcome everybody to Mujeres Unscripted. This is Renee.
And Christina.
And welcome. New year.
Hey, new year, new goals.
New semester.
That means it's half the year's over.
Woohoo!
So yeah, that means we've got a new countdown, right?
Yeah.
Toward spring break. A couple of breaks here and there. Who knows, maybe Thursday and Friday might be a break.
This weather's crazy.
I welcome it.
I welcome it too. I welcome it too. The hair does better in the colder temperature.
It stays put, right?
There's no humidity to make it frizz.
Know.
But I got braids on today, so it doesn't really matter. But yes, how was your New Year's?
It was nice. It was low key. We stayed at our in-laws. We hung out up in Frisco, and just minus the gunshots and the semi-automatic weapons. We decided to take it easy up north.
I like to call those the hood fireworks.
I get it. I remember them when I was a kid, but that scared the bejesus out of me then. Mm-hmm. And as an old lady here, I'm still scared of them.
Yeah, she's shingles age, guys. Remember that?
Yes, the shingles age.
Well, we're as a family, we're okay with the gunshots. We've gotten kind of used to it. It's our animals.
Oh, that are scared.
Yeah. So we always have to, even though they're pit bulls and they're outside most of the time on those days, actually the whole week, because they like to start early. The hood fireworks last about a week.
Yeah.
So for that whole week, we have to bring the pit bulls inside, which is a feat because they don't like our other chihuahuas or our cats.
Oh wow.
So yeah, but yeah, ours was pretty much the same. Just forced ourselves to stay up till 12 because that's getting harder to stay up.
It is hard to stay up past. For me, it's 11:30. Okay. Once 11:30 hits, I'm out. Whether I was reading or watching TV, 11:30 is the hit. I'm in snooze mode.
Yeah. So yeah, we had to constantly be like, get up. Okay, you get up. Okay, you get up. But we made it. We made it to the midnight and here we are, 2025.
Wow, it's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so exciting. But I did finish. It took many years in the making, and I am late. I finished The Crown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Finished The Crown. For as a historian, I love that show.
It's a great series.
It's a great series. So, finished that over my break. Mm-hmm. Oh, we did finish Shrinking.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Because it's only 2 seasons.
It's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, that should be good.
We finished that one. And I'm waiting for a couple to come back, like, Abbott Elementary, Dr. Odyssey, those ones. But no, I was having problems with the Meghan Markle of it all.
Oh. Since we're speaking on The Crown.
On The Crown, I won't say I wasn't a fan. I didn't know who she was.
Okay.
Before, so, people can say, oh, you just don't know. I just didn't know who she was. Mm-hmm. I did watch Suits. I do watch Suits. Haven't finished that one yet. Mm-hmm. But I did in college take a British Royal History class.
Wow.
As part of my history degree. And it was like from Queen Victoria to the present.
I know people must think, wow, you took a British history course.
I know, right?
How snooty are you?
Yeah. Quite. I quite am. Snooty. I am quite snooty.
I love Anglophile history.
It was either that or Asian history. And, Asian history is a lot longer.
Ooh.
And it was the complete Asian history, whereas this one, it was just from Queen Victoria to present.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I'd be able to remember 100 years versus 1,000, 2,000 years.
Okay.
So that was pretty much the main reason why I took British royal families. But, you know, I watching The Crown, and I did watch the Prince Harry, because at the beginning of their relationship, I liked him.
You were rooting for them.
I was.
Yeah.
I was. And then just as life happened, many of us on this side of the pond don't know the intricacies
Right.
of what it takes to be a royal, which is a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause
I would never, as much as I love that history as well, I would never wish that upon myself.
Because we're commoners, we don't know. That's why I think a lot of common people, Sarah Ferguson, can't make it in the monarchy because they weren't trained. Whereas we know, if you're royal, you're trained from birth how to act and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's just a few things. I really feel like she thought she could change this institution, and
It's older than you, hon.
it's older than
you.
it's older than this side of the CE.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So me and my husband had a discussion. He still feels like it should be family first, and I'm like, yes, but not if you're a royal. It's country first.
It's country first. That is your duty.
That is your duty, and
that's why you are who you are.
And there's protocols and that have been around for eons and eons, and one person is not going to change it, especially an outsider.
No. Now, do I think her and Harry saying we're not going to do this job is one thing,
Right.
and separating themselves and moving up to who knows where in Canada, but that's one thing. But separating yourself from your family is a different thing, right? I mean, I still think, even with all the publicity and the paparazzis, I still think they're close family. But as far as the jobs, they've separated themselves from jobs.
Right.
And they have that right, in my opinion.
No, correct. And then, so you have a child around this age. I have a child around this age. Alicia is wanting to learn how to drive.
Oh, yeah.
So she's asked us many times, how did you learn to drive? And I don't remember learning. Like, my parents sent me to driving school at 16.
Okay.
But that's just because I needed to get my license.
Okay.
I had already been driving. But I can't sit there and tell her, oh, yes, I remember the first time I drove, or this person taught me to drive. Do you?
No. I learned by watching my mother.
Okay.
I knew I wanted to learn, and I just watched her. Now, the reason I ended up with a license wasn't because I wanted a car, because I wanted to start driving. I always saw driving as a huge responsibility. I mean, you're driving this machine that weighs a ton. Of course, depending on the car you get, but it to me it just seemed massive. I relied a lot on my mother, and of course she hated it. But even when I went away to college, I'm 6 hours away from home, and I think it was them that said she needs a car.
Okay.
It wasn't Christina's asking for a car. Christina wants to learn how to drive. It wasn't a thing for me at all.
Right.
It wasn't a big major milestone I had to accomplish. But when they were my fresh sophomore year in college, they were like, hey, we're going to give you this car. It's like a little $500 car, right? And I was like, oh, I guess I better. And she was like, yeah, you better get your license. So I didn't go through the school. I had to study the booklet and then go in and take my test. That's how I did it. But I mean, but Diego's not wanting either. You know, and I kind of asked him, hey, do you want driving school, or do you want to go to swim camp? You need to pick one.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll go to swim camp, Mom. He's not in a rush either.
Right. Alicia is, but she isn't. Like, it's not like every day, like, you can teach me how to drive. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna be leaving for college soon.
Yeah.
I might need to know this. But I think it's very interesting. And then I was scrolling on Facebook, and it actually came up. She's a Gen X, like she's one of those Gen X people, I don't remember, that do the videos of you're Gen X if, you know. And she's like, I'm tired of people asking me how did I learn to drive. I don't remember. And I was like, see, maybe it's just our generation that nobody really just sat us down and was like, right foot, left pedal.
Right,
you
right,
know.
right.
But yeah, we just knew, and I the first time. Well, I remember driving
Yeah.
very young,
Yeah,
like 11,
yeah.
12. 80s was a different time, guys. 80s was a different time.
Yeah.
But we had horses.
Mm-hmm.
And it was over there off Cocker Hill Road in Illinois by the light company. There's the there's hacienda. There's housing now
Yeah.
where they used to be, and there was like a racetrack, and my dad, my uncle, my grandfather, they all had horses at this place, and then they got to know people, and then my dad was like, "Hey, go over there and tell them, something," and I'm like, "It's dark. I'm not walking," and he's just like, "Here's a car," and I'm like, "Dad," he's like, "What are you gonna hit?" And I'm like, "A horse? Like, what are you talking about?"
No,
But-
you learned on the rancho.
Right. But so I learned on the rancho because, like I said, they had like the big oval there, and he was just like, "Drive around there a couple times, you'll be good."
There you go.
But I don't remember like being nervous.
Yeah.
Or
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's
Well, he
weird.
had confidence in you to take a
Or was he
couple of
just
loops.
drunk?
And that's okay.
Because that brings out confidence.
That's right. That brings out confidence in people, and they get to do whatever they want. No, but you know what? When my parents did get me that car, they're like, "Oh, and by the way, it's a stick shift."
Oh,
And I'm
funny.
like, "What? What's a stick shift?" I had driven just by watching her.
Right,
I
right.
figured out the angle there, but a stick shift was different.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And so you're like, if I really want to take this car with me, I need to learn how to drive.
Yeah.
And so it was my Theo Ernest who taught me how to drive stick shift.
Stick shift.
Yeah, and I mean he taught me up and down our street. We had a nice hill right there on Arlington Park, and he taught me all the mechanics of that.
Wow.
And so I credit my Theo Ernest for that. Thank you. But yeah, but to drive, it was one of those normal things.
Yeah.
Like you said, you just go see
And-
what you can do.
And the rule of a family was you weren't going to get a car, you weren't going to get your license till you're 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a year ahead, and that's how I kind of convinced my parents. Be like, I won't turn 18 till November of my first semester at college. Are you going to be coming and driving me every weekend? And of course, my parents are like, no.
Of course
so
not.
then that's why I had to go, because at the time you had to go to driving school if you got your license under 18.
Yep.
So
Yep. And I think I was 19 when I finally got my license.
Okay.
So that's why I had to just go
do
ahead
the
and
book
the
and
book
go to
and-
the
yeah.
the DMV. Which
Yeah.
I hate the DMV. I hate going to.
Actually, I think they've gotten a lot.
They've gotten better.
Better.
They have gotten better.
I
will
was in
say.
and out. I took my passport in there, and they're like, "Oh, walk this way, ma'am." And I mean, it was really
Wow. Okay,
the systems. They changed their systems.
that's good because back in the
I
day,
know it was hell.
if you went to go get your license renewed, you better blocked out your whole day.
Yeah, it was an all day.
You take off, and my birthday is in November. Yeah, I remember Renee-vember. So I would have to take off work
Yeah.
because if you didn't get it, if you didn't get before,
Yeah.
they weren't going to give it to you.
Yeah. And then if you didn't go in there at a certain time in that morning, you weren't going to test that day.
Oh no.
So you had to make arrangements. So yeah, absolutely. But this time, you go onto the internet, you find an appointment, you click. It's
So easy.
So easy.
So easy. There's good and bad about this technology. We just had a bad. I couldn't get this stupid thing to record using headphones.
Yeah, minor technical difficulties, but we're good.
We're rocking and rolling now.
So,
Yeah.
one thing did come up over the break
What's
that I wasn't too big of a fan of. My husband, first of all, I love my husband. Don't get me wrong, but he decided to take the same break I took. And that's a good thing. But then, we hop in my car and it's Christina, watch this. Watch that car. And I had it. y'all. And so, of course, he's criticizing everything that I'm doing in this car because I finally got a new car. I retired the Cadillac. But yeah, he's criticizing every move that I'm making, and of course criticizing all the other cars as well. But then he finally lays it on me and goes, "You're an incher." He goes, "I'm going to start calling you an incher." And I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" He goes, "You inch onto other cars." And I'm like, "No, I don't." You know, and so it just, needless to say, he got on my last holiday nerve.
See, I would have started calling him the inch list.
Good thing he doesn't listen.
He's gonna be like,
no. He's one of those. I think he secretly listens.
Oh, okay.
Because just like calling me the incher, are you gonna put that on your show? And I was like, you know what? I am.
Yeah.
I am, because I'm sure I'm not the only one whose husband has nicknames for you. Because yeah,
Not the incher. I don't get that. He calls me my love. My love, do you want this? So, but then I also know when he's mad, because then it becomes Renee. So it's like, my love, do you want something to drink? Oh yeah, babe, that's fine. Thank you.
So sweet.
And then like after we've had a discussion, Renee, you want some food? I'm like,
so sour.
Yeah.
So sweet and sour. Thanks.
Yeah, so based
Yeah.
on that, I can tell
his tone, his
Yeah.
attitude.
he's not over the discussion quite yet, but
Oh no.
yeah.
No. And even today I dropped him off at work and he was again, "Watch that car coming."
Which I do to my husband also, but I'm one of those that's like, if I see brake lights,
Sure.
I'm gonna slow down.
Yeah.
Slow to a stop. Not him. He sees brake lights and it's like, let's speed up, and like, right there.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't do that, you know.
And he's like, I can feel it, and I'm like, I don't care.
I don't care if you feel it.
I know
I
when I'm
see
stuck,
it.
right?
I see the red lights in front of me. No, and it's not a matter that I don't trust his driving, because I'm like you as well. Like, oh, hon, careful, I've learned my tone too, It's the way you talk to a husband is very different
Yeah.
than when you talk to a son or to a colleague you got to be very careful when you talk to a husband. I don't know. Am I the only one feeling this way?
No, and then my husband will even tell people, I didn't know I had a tone till I got with her. It's like, no, you had a tone. People just didn't tell you.
Yeah. We're
You got a
living
tone with me,
you.
sir. Like, but now
I live with you.
I can let you know you're getting a tone. You're getting a tone there, Mister.
And
Mr.
of course,
Man.
he'll look at me. He goes, again, y'all who've been listening, and those of you who know me, I say everything with my face. And so my face says a lot. And of course, he knows that too. So, of course, you need to fix that face, Christina. It's like, I'm not making a face, but
Don't you come over and fix it for me? We
fix
really
it.
did.
Fix it. I dare you. Yeah, well. But again, like I said, if I am the only one whose husband has created nicknames for, good or bad, what's your nickname?
Yeah, what is y'all's nickname? That's the only reason that's only how I know he's mad, is he doesn't call me baby or my love. It's Renee. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you mad? What'd I do? But yeah,
Using my full name.
you're using my government name. What's going
There
on?
you go.
Oh man, but New Year, you got any resolutions?
I'm thinking about slowly getting back on my bike.
Okay.
I used to ride for a while, and it's been in the back of my mind that I need to get back on and work on my cardio, not to lose weight or to
Just stay in shape.
but just to stay, keep the ticker pumping blood. So yeah, that's about it. Nothing crazy.
I will tell you, them stairs were hell this morning.
Yeah, the stairs here at work will kill you, in my opinion, if you're not Yeah.
So we're at one of the older schools, and we have 3 floors, so it's around and around and around until you get to the
The
top.
third floor, yeah.
Yeah. And you know, normally during the school year I'm good, but with this 2 weeks off, trying to come back straight to the going to the 3rd floor, normally I can make it to that last little staircase. I got to the 2nd floor and was like, Lord Jesus, help me.
You took a breath.
I had to. I had to because
Well,
it
it's
was just,
strategic. You have
Yeah.
to, you know, like if I'm gonna clock in on the 1st floor, I'll take the 1st set of stairs and then I'll walk across.
yeah,
And then I'll
up.
take the 3rd. Yeah, but yeah, it's they're a beast.
Yeah.
It's the incline. The incline.
It is
what
pretty
hurts.
pretty steep, and not all of the. I've noticed not all the inclines are the same.
They're not even. They're not.
And maybe that's why the 3rd floor is a little harder because they're a little steeper.
A little bit harder to get up to. Yeah.
Oh man!
But you know, I think this will prep us if you ever go to Tecnotitlan and climb the pyramids.
You can't no more.
Oh, that's right. They closed it off because of the crazy tourists, right?
Well, so I went. That
Went up
was
there.
well, no, it had already closed. That's why she got in trouble because she wasn't supposed
because
to.
it was already closed.
I went. Oh, I want to say 2006, and you still couldn't.
Oh wow! So
It's been closed for a while, and they said too many people were falling.
Oh wow!
Because if you've have you ever been?
No, never.
So we went to Chichen Itza. So we went to
Okay.
Chichen, and I don't know if our ancestors just were on their tippy toes as they went up them
but
stairs.
maybe because they were shorter.
Maybe
they
they were
got-
shorter. Maybe they went up sideways. I don't know. But these stairs were so
Little patitas,
little
feet,
patitas.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, because my parents went the year before we all went as a family. And they said, because they got to climb up,
Oh okay.
but they had to have a rope.
Oh wow.
So there was like a rope in the middle everybody had to hold on to as they were going up.
wow.
So I was like, well, if you look close enough, you see it's like maybe 2 to 3 inches wide
I
for you
did
to
not
step up there.
realize that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because
That's
they went
crazy.
to the Teotihuacan the year before we went to Chichen Itza,
Uh-huh.
and so yeah, they got to climb that one there because they were shorter. It wasn't as tall as the El Castillo
Yeah.
in Chichen Itza, but they said it was a struggle. And my mom wore like size 6 shoes, so she wasn't patona.
Yeah.
But she still said she had trouble because her whole foot wouldn't fit on a stair.
Wow. Yeah, they must have been smaller folks, our
I mean,
ancestors.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know, but now,
petite people.
yeah, I know because kids, when I tell them like, yeah, like they were short, like the women were like 4'8", they'd still have to be like in a car seat in today's world.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm.
but
How about you? Any New Year's Eve resolutions?
no,
No.
I don't really do those because it's a lifestyle change. Let's be honest,
It
it's-
requires.
It
yeah.
requires, and sometimes I have it in January and sometimes I don't. So just whenever I feel like a lifestyle change needs to happen, whether it's like March or January, that's when I'll do it. But no, because I don't know.
Huh.
I've never been like a new year, new me, whatever.
Yeah.
It's never been.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah. No, it's not like that though. I mean, it's just like, okay, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we're good. We're
I
good.
don't, I don't need to be like I failed. You know, that's something we need to have.
No, what is it? I was listening to the radio over the holidays that if you start earlier to make those changes, like maybe December or even in November, that it's the likelihood of you sticking with those
Yeah.
will happen just naturally, right? But no, I'm not that big on it, you know.
Mm-mm.
I'm into relaxation, like getting massages, facials. That I can continue doing.
I like that idea.
Yeah, relaxing, right? Taking care of me, because our job isn't that. It's stressful,
Yes.
and we need to find habits to decompress instead of turning to, habits where, I'm drinking a whole bottle of wine, which isn't a bad idea either, though.
Well, not every day.
No, just on holidays. I tell you what, I made it through some of these holidays just by drinking some red wine, and I was happy. And
I wish I liked wine. I do not.
It's your palate has to get used to the oakiness, because most of the red wines I drink are a little oaky. It's almost takes the place of a cigar.
They don't like those either.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm not as high society.
No, has nothing to do with that. It's a quick buzz for me.
But give me some Crown and Coke, baby. We're good to go. Yeah, I really dig that salted. Have you ever had that salted caramel Crown?
No.
Oh,
but that sounds delicious.
Jesus. So I love when, I don't know how long salted caramel has been around, but I just discovered it maybe like 4 or 5 years ago when it like became popular and became a thing. And so when Crown came out with salted caramel, I was like, OMG. And our oldest son, he got it for me for my birthday, but he also got it with like butter pecan ice cream.
Oh my God.
So we made a butter pecan salted caramel Crown and Coke float.
Wow.
Yes, it's diabetical.
Diabolical.
I see the way you're looking at me. I understand the implications of diabetes in this thing, which is why I think I've had it twice.
Okay.
It was my birthday. Let me have it.
Moderation.
Let me tell you, that sucker was so good.
It sounds delicious.
So good.
But how do you fix a regular caramel Crown Coke? I mean, how do you fix that?
So you just make your Crown and Coke however you want it. Then just like a regular float, you put the ice cream in it.
Oh.
And then he put a Reese's peanut butter cup on top.
That sounds delicious.
It was. It was.
Substitute the Coke with a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Maybe some whipped cream instead of
the Reese's.
Instead of ice cream, because whipped cream, Cool Whip is actually pretty good for us. Wow. Yeah. That sounds good.
So him and his girlfriend, they're still together. They brought me this basket of this goodies, and I was like, "Oh, we are doing this now.
Everybody, stop what you're doing.
We are having this now. Bless y'all. This was delicious."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, what are some of your favorite drinks out there? We like to try new things.
Yeah.
But not wine.
Oh well.
That can go to Christina.
That depends, and then of course. It depends how you have your wine, whether you have it with cheese and crackers or, and of course it depends on the cheeses. And then of course, are you having meat or fish or chicken? It's all going to depend. And it really does. When you pair it with a nice meat, medium rare, medium piece of, I don't know, New York strip or whatever, lamb, it just is going to enhance the taste.
We went to
that's where I get a little froofy, I guess.
Is it Kroger? I think we went to a Kroger in Arlington, and they have a big wine selection. But at the bottom, it had perfectly paired for this.
Yep.
Tastes like this. And I was like, okay, I can see this is a good idea. Not for me. Again, I have tried so many wines, red, white. It's just not. It's just not yours. It's just not my thing.
That's fine.
It's just not. And I think it's great that people can be like, oh, just have a glass of wine. I'm like, great.
I can have it too. Great. I'll be okay.
I'll stick with my liquor.
Hey.
Because I don't like beer either.
No, you know what? Because of my heart, I've kind of like put the beer to the side, and I'm not a big beer drinker anymore, but wine's still good for you. Red wine's still good for you.
Yeah. But I don't know. My dad loves wine.
Yeah.
He always there's a bottle in the fridge.
There you go.
For him. So but I'm like, good tea. But yes, let us know, what are some of your drinks or wine suggestions for Christina.
Yeah.
No beer. No beer. We're not beer people. But that's it for today.
Wow. I know. I keep saying wow every time, but it just feels like our conversations are just, beginning, and then all of a sudden,
We see the time.
yeah.
I mean, we could do an hour, but it's a lot for us right now. With maybe summer.
Ooh, summertime.
Summertime when we have more
we have
time.
a lot more time.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, thanks for joining us.
So let us know in the comments, what is a term of endearment or nickname that your significant other have for you?
Yeah.
What are some good mixed drinks or wines that you would like to suggest for us to drink? Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Until next time, thanks guys for listening.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.